Hey everyone, welcome back to Nintendo Everything. I'm Sam, I'm here with my co-host Tom, reacting to the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom trailer that was shown at today's February Nintendo Direct. This was a pretty dope, exciting trailer that had us pretty awestruck and silent when we first watched it. But we've both seen it a handful of times now, and we're going to break it down. So, Tom, let's take it away.
Yeah. Frame one, we get confirmation that everyone's favorite
The best
feature
mechanic.
is back.
The second best mechanic.
And you might be thinking, what? What could this possibly be? Rain. Rain is back in Breath of the Wild, or Tears of the Kingdom. And that's going to be everyone's favorite returning feature.
You see this right here, gamers? This is the Tears of the Kingdom right here. All this rain.
S tier.
All this drizzle. So, okay.
And lightning, too. The lightning as well.
That's back. Also, we can barely make it out. We can barely make it out with this YouTube compression. But there's Death Mountain over there in the distance.
I want to say that this trailer is all-time blurry. So we really have to squint. And if you really squint, we see the little tornado of green that we saw in the opening trailer. The first trailer reveal like 10 years ago of this game. But we only saw it underground before. We're going to see it elsewhere in the land of Hyrule. And this is our first time seeing it above ground. So that is something important, clearly. There's going to be spots across Hyrule of that green tornado. We could see another green tornado super far in the background.
Right here? Right here?
And there too. So there's several. So there's even more evidence. I didn't even know there was more than one in this shot. There's a bunch of these. So clearly these are like locations that you're going to be looking for all around the world. And that's what I think. It's going to be part of your adventure.
Shrine substitutes?
It's going to be these green tornadoes.
Possibly?
It could be shrine substitute. It could be upgrades for your arm, maybe. Because it has like the same, maybe similar green power weirdness going on here. Or it could be teleportation points into the sky as well. I don't know. So... But there's a lot of them.
I gotta talk about these new enemies. These are these sick little like lizard bat things, and they got like Swiss cheese wings. I love these little guys. This is awesome.
This is like automatically top tier Zelda enemy for me. I love their designs because they're funny and spooky, and that's Zelda enemies to a T. I think.
One of the big complaints I have with Breath of the Wild is I feel like it could have used some more enemy variety, and that's the benefit of a sequel, is those problems can be easy W's. And as we'll see throughout the trailer, we'll see a bunch of new looking enemies, and I'm glad, because more enemies means more different reasons to engage with the combat and physics systems in different ways, which is Breath of the Wild at its best. So I'm looking forward to doing that in Tears of the Kingdom. Also, Bokoblin on a much... These wooden bases
is huge in this case. Yeah,
way bigger than anything you'd find in Breath of the Wild.
Right. Okay, so I'm not sure if these are the towers from the original game, but there's now spotlights coming out of them. And then again, I enhanced Blade Runner style on the light figures. I couldn't figure out if they're like the hieroglyphs that we saw, and they're like being projected on the sky, or maybe they're divine beasts from really far away lighting up. But we'll see them again later, and so they're clearly like static figures in this area that shine kind of from all around the world.
Yeah. And then we get a shot up from the sky, which is Tears of the Kingdom. Seems like
we saw a similar shot like this in the last trailer.
It seems like the sky is like the big addition as far as like the sequel goes.
Well, there's some other evidence that there's an underground too, and we'll talk about well, this is a new area,
completely unlike any biome from Breath of the Wild.
Mushroom taken over, right? Like we have like disgusting Dark Souls-esque tree back there with the bulbous...
It's like a swamp. Looks like Blight Town. You're right.
Right. And you have the mining going on from the enemies, which is a unique behavior and characteristic
Yeah.
that we hadn't seen them do. So there's like smarter things going on. We have all this is new. There's some ruins back there. Again, this kind of swampy Blight Town-esque look. Part of me almost like, is that sky or are we underground maybe? And this is like Nausicaa.
Oh yeah.
Like uh so I'm thinking, the Ghibli influence, we could be underground at this moment. There's better evidence for underground later in the trailer, but even here I was thinking it's so dark, they're mining this this soot Nausicaa-esque underground world. I don't know. It's something to think about.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And also, you mentioned Blight Town and Dark Souls earlier. In this next shot, we got to talk about this beast over here. This 3-headed Ghidorah dragon.
Fire dragon.
What is going on here? There is nothing close to that in Breath of the Wild.
This is when we hear Ganon's voiceover too, like commanding the troops or whatever. And so, like, first I thought, is this Ganon? Like, is this another Ganon form, or is this his ultimate mighty like beast that he's sticking? And we, by the way, unconfirmed that voice is Ganon. As we see, the swirl is back.
We get a better view of it
here as well. Yeah. And so another example of how there's new things that are popping up in the world. This world being one of them. This familiar village.
Dude, this might be the new way you teleport from place to place.
Fast travel
instead of it being the Sheikah puzzles.
Those spotlights though were so interesting. The Sheikah towers, like, what were those Sheikah towers and those spotlights? Those definitely are confusing.
I wonder what that's all about.
That's why I think the swirls maybe send you up, and that's a fast travel for that. Oh,
that's interesting. They send you to the sky. Oh, and then here's the blood.
Blood moon. Like all new gear, by the way. None of these items he's wearing, maybe the pants are generic, but they're from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Blood Moon rises once again. Oh, and then this is pretty crazy.
So this is clearly the story event where the Hyrule Castle actually lifts into the sky.
Yeah, it does
Great Plateau right there. Okay. Let's roll back. We see the Great Plateau. And that's very familiar. And then the next shot is... Oh, wait. Okay, so right in the background, we see that light figures again from before that I can't figure out who they are or what they are. But there they are again. Those big towering... Again, it feels like a... Oh, what would that be? Mononoke? Another Ghibli reference of these of this light being crawling around. Okay, so we can go to the next shot.
Yeah.
Here we have...
Pretty demonic... Bokoblins.
Yeah, like a horror movie possessed.
Yeah, they're coming. Those spikes are like coming out of their brains.
Right, and they're floating down like Exorcist style. Okay, so we get 2 new enemies in this shot. If you go back to the beginning, frame by frame. Let's
first
go
of all,
back.
we got Redeads right here.
Redead, and then big Bokoblin brutes on the right here.
Oh yeah,
right big boy.
Here. That is pretty sick.
Not in Breath of the Wild. So guaranteed new enemies. We see Bokoblins of different varieties, the Zalfos and the Moblins on the left, but yeah, the Redeads are new there.
What is Oh yeah, that's one of the bigger forms of
It's Moblin, but they wear a helmet now in this game. So there's new head pieces to all of the old designs.
Yeah, here's a nice shot of the open world.
Horseback. The seeping goop of Hyrule Castle in the background.
Yeah, whoa. See a little darkness forming from a chasm.
So this shot, again, the blur of this trailer. There's something scuttling. If you see in the that's like a dust trail, and in the top right of that, you see something moving, an object. Yeah, right there. Yeah,
it's like a. Now we do see a cart.
We see a lot of arms.
Yeah,
right.
It might be the cart we see a bit later on in the trailer.
Could be a cart too. There's something scuttling. It's just too blurry.
We got Doc
Ock.
So
hands. Doc Ock.
Okay, there's a better look at the Moblin Brute enemy.
Oh, by the way, a room inside. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
He's inside.
Oh my god.
First time.
Yeah. Also, hold on. Yeah, we actually could get a pretty good look at Link's face there.
And his gear too. His arm as well. I think the arm's important. This is one of the best shots of the arm we had. A very lizardy, creepy looking arm.
Yeah, it looks like it's made out of the stuff his like Sheikah tablet was made out of in the first game. So I'm sure like this is how you do all of the new like Sheikah puzzle abilities.
So there's our brute again, and then we got the Hinox like mini boss, but he's got a gem now. You usually always he's got wood on his head, but the gem, usually you get whatever's on his necklace at the end, or you could steal it. But a gem is a new item, so I don't know what that would be related to if you can steal that from him. But it's just an interesting... By the way, still on that shot, look where we are in the Hinox shot.
Like a cave.
Yeah, we're in like this underground tunnel here.
Like the Lost Woods area, kind of.
Yeah, this is like a tunnel of some kind, a confined cave system that definitely wasn't in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
So
and then
this is classic shot,
just running off the
this is Thundra Plateau
hill,
which this area in Breath of the Wild is always raining. If you remember, this is the infamous shrine where you have to like get a ball, but it's always raining. You can never climb. It's not here, obviously, in Thundra Plateau in the sequel. So I do find that interesting.
Yeah, and also we get a good look at the a couple sky islands. There's one looks like right here, one possibly one like right up here, and then
they're weird. The sky islands are weird. So I want to point out something with this shot. The grass here. We are in a crop circle / light show that we'll see from the sky, I think, later. We're running in that grass right now. There's an image being placed here. And I wonder what it is. You can't see it, obviously. Let's see. Yeah. By the way, your lizard bats are carrying the bokoblins.
Which is good.
Some moblins are okay.
Boss.
Star Fox 64 Venom easy route.
Oh yeah. Yeah, also the first boss of Gunstar Heroes is...
If you can frame back to the beginning of that shot with the cube boss. Right there. That's his weak point. I'm convinced. That glowy cube?
One? Yeah.
Right. So this is Shadow of the Colossus. He's going to smash his arm down, and maybe we can move to that, right? So frame forward. You climb up right there and attack that green block. That's my prediction for this boss here.
Now you could just also maybe pluck him with some arrows. Shoot him with some bomb arrows.
Or yeah, right. It's Breath of the Wild-esque, so you could probably do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so we have possibly Ganon, probably Ganon here.
Yeah, we saw this in the first trailer, this like husk, right? And we hear Zelda's voice. We're in the sky. Now, this is weird about the sky here. And you notice in the first shot, like, is it fog? Or like that tower of blocks, is it like fading in and out of reality?
Oh no! Oh, I think that might be a tower of different like islands.
Yeah, but like, see how like there's so much lighter? Like, is that fog and cloud, or is it like something else?
It's cloud and draw distance stuff, probably.
Okay, it's just not possible.
Yeah, but I mean,
for them to do that.
If you can actually get this good of a view when you're actually playing on Switch, I will be extremely impressed.
Yeah, this is way high up.
And because that's Hyrule Castle all the way down there.
Yeah, I assume in the right is a mount.
Death Mountain.
What's it called? Death Mountain. Yeah.
Yeah. Also.
And very geometric.
Yeah.
Very geometric. The cubes and such. It almost is like the shrines like lifted in the sky.
Yeah, maybe that's where they are now. Also, what's on his belt over here? You think? What do you think he's got going on here?
Right. I was looking at those, and part of me thought like the Hinox gem was the same color. The green of the swirls, same color. Is this the new energy like thing that you like MP,
Yeah.
right? Is this a new magic point system going on, and that's kind of your storage of it? Because you didn't have that in the first
Yeah, it's
in
all
Breath of the
based on
Wild. It was just
timers.
stamina and health. What if there's an MP system almost here? You know, not literally JRPG MP, but like, what if that can power magic items?
Yeah, and then we get a big sky fall down. Nice big open shot. Oh, looks like some markings.
There it is. There it is. That's the crop circle that I think he's running in that earlier shot that we
Yeah,
saw.
where it was like particular, very green, luscious, like grass.
But then there's like these white
Yeah.
stripes. I think that's what we're running in. Now, what is it? You know, the hieroglyphs. I can't say that word right. I think they're kind of generic and nonsense in these Zelda games. And they're putting a lot of focus on them in this game's marketing. And I don't know if I like care for that because it's just not a lot of clarity in what's going on. So
yeah,
they're leaving it mysterious by focusing so much on these symbols. Yeah. By the way, if you go back to the hieroglyph shot, the crop circle shot, we do see another tower. That does not look like a Sheikah temple.
This
tower.
One right here?
That's something different.
Yeah, because it looks like there's another tower too over here.
It doesn't have the like iconic top.
Yeah. It might be it might be something different.
Right.
And then you got my beautiful wyvern over here.
So go back to the beginning of the shot here. If you'll see with the arrow, right before he pulls it, right before
it's like a beehive.
Do you see?
Whoa!
There's the green energy again.
Okay, yeah. So look, so it's a normal arrow, and then it turns.
Right, this might be a normal arrow, but he has a homing magic spell on it.
Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah, because it curves,
and that's using up that. It's using up those green satchels or whatever that he's got. Those, and it turns that arrow, the weird balloon arrow, into a homing arrow that like insta kills the guy too.
Also, shout out Link getting his Sonic Adventure 2 on.
We got a minecart level, and he's sliding on his shield on the tracks.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Like, that's some serious level design.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's a really cool level design going on there. That's very emergent, though, because can you ride on a minecart? Because you could in Breath of the Wild, you had to use the magnesis to pull it. But you can also just get out your shield and slide down it. That's sick.
Yeah, that's cool, and it's playing with like the physics that makes like Breath of the Wild so much fun.
And again, the verticality. He's using his arm.
Yeah.
Right. He's using his arm to turn this. By the way, if this is another one of those awful motion control,
the gyro
puzzles, I'm out. No, but pre-order canceled. Yeah. Right? But it is cool that you're like moving. Again, that green energy again. An object in like this feels very dungeony, doesn't it? This I called it the cricket weapon. And yeah, the Talus, you can hit their weak point by throwing this bomb cricket thing.
It's dope.
Very cool. By the way, if you go back to the Talus guy again, we get more green, the green gem. It's like everywhere. I just find that, and you see there's green gems in this by the way, we are in a cave. Unambiguous cave here. Just in a cave. That is
underground.
This is a labyrinth.
Happening, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this is 100% underground, which is huge. There wasn't any underground in Breath of the Wild. And so if they're taking us to the sky and under the ground, that's like such a magnification of the scale of the world that we're in. So,
not to mention all the
very exciting.
Yeah, all the crazy new stuff added to the areas we've already been through before.
Right. Okay, so that's Link's hand grabbing Zelda's hand. Wild theory here. There's some ritual happening here, and Zelda somehow entering his hand. Either telepathically or actually.
Oh, so you think it's like a spirit track situation?
There is something right here. By the way, good, right? Spirit tracks, right? what did they kill off Zelda? But they don't kill her off. She's like saved in the arm or whatever. But there's something here that looks very, again, this is Mononoke. This is Princess Mononoke, right? Like out like the monstrous arm, the demon arm, and then coming together with like the you know the innocent pure Zelda, right? The light, the goddess. This is an interesting union happening. Very thematic, I would say. Um, Whether it's literal, she gets subsumed in the arm, or just thematically, I thought that's an interesting shot here.
And then another close up on look at Link and all his new drip.
Yeah, and he's really looking at the hand. It feels like something happened to it. Either Zelda's spirit entered, or he got an upgrade. Lost it. But he looks too in awe, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it looks like we get some look at some new tools.
Yeah. Well, he's building he's Banjo-Kazooie nuts and boltsing right now. This is a wheel for the car he builds. Oh my goodness. So you'll be finding he found the wheel earlier, and now you've found, and you probably find other wheels and other parts throughout the world, and you can put them together.
And it looks like it's all powered by that green energy that we've been seeing again throughout the entire trailer.
Right. And see, so look at Death Mountain in the background. Ooh, see, it's weird looking.
It is a little spicy. So it's got some demon tentacles coming out of it. That's Death Mountain. Wow.
Something's happening in Death Mountain that's different. So I think that shot earlier was Death Mountain. Okay, so you're not only building cars, you can build a hot air balloon.
And also we get a better look at that stack of
the stack of towers. Death Mountain again. And then you can build this like hoverboard as well with the weird orb in the middle.
This is crazy looking. Yeah. This is a lot of islands of pretty varying sizes too. Like this looks quite big over here. Like,
again, you're just making like these ad hoc vehicles that all traverse differently. I think I can't even imagine, because we saw the like paragliding manta ray at the end of the last trailer. That's another vehicle in the sky we saw. So that's 4 now. This is just pretty.
Another look at the tower over there. Looks like those spotlights holding it up or something.
Oh, and things are falling. The green energy falling.
Interesting. Also, Tom, you said you played the end of this trailer backwards. Any secret codes for us?
No. I did legitimately play it backwards just to make sure. I couldn't make out anything. Okay, so this cinematic here, this clearly has to be early in the game. Yeah. Few reasons. Link's arm is messed up. It's messed up. But it's not the green yet. Right. Something happened to him horrible, but he's still wearing his Breath of the Wild outfit. And his arm hasn't transformed yet.
Yeah, it is a
Does Zelda die here? And then again, does he meet up with the Spirit Zelda, like Spirit Tracks, when when we see the two hands, like Goddess Zelda or something, or maybe just Goddess Hylia?
Oh yeah, you think the guy's just chilling in his right arm?
Well, we see her, like there's some Sheikah rosary in front of that woman, whoever she is, right? Back when they're holding hands. This is not in this shot. It'll be back when they hold hands. That seems like old and maybe royal and regal. It's not too far back, but
of course, coming May 12th. No delay. Thankfully.
Yeah, I mean, it comes out really soon. And again, this trailer doesn't reveal too much. The biggest change, the biggest new thing mechanically that I would put a stake on is that like weird MP system I'm talking about. You know, whether it's not called that, and it doesn't work like that.
But it's some form of like it's basically, instead of maybe your Sheikah abilities being on timers, it's like implemented with that.
Right. You have little vials of green goop, and it can power up your arrow and make it home. It can, it seems like a brand new system that's kind of in the game now that they whatever those green tornado things have awakened. And I don't know, like I wasn't expecting a whole new like magic system. And if that's in the game, which again, this is speculating through clever analysis of a trailer, a 2-minute trailer, I'm pretty confident that's in there. And then we saw underground caves. We obviously we know we're in the sky. There's a quite a large scale to I think the new stuff they showed here that introduces to the game.
Yeah, not to mention like that swamp area and all the other possible biomes that we could see even added onto the regular overworld.
New enemies and bosses like the cube boss, and the brute goblin, the Redead's back, huh. And yeah, I think overall this was a good trailer for what's new, but they really leave the story stuff super vague. Like again, it's blurry and everything's far in the background. You kind of got to squint and kind of make out figures, but it's hard to tell exactly what.
Well, good news is we only have to wait about 90 more days or 100 more days. So,
yeah, great trailer.
Good job, Nintendo. So, very good trailers all around between this and Pikmin 4.
Yeah, go check out our analysis of that if you haven't. We broke that down similarly.
That's all from us for today. If you like Nintendo content, make sure to subscribe to Nintendo Everything. This has been Sam and Tom. Peace out.